Hello all, MikeRo here. Welcome to another episode of my FM19 Rage's complete playthrough save. Today we're going to hopefully have a couple of games, or maybe even 3 if we're lucky. We'll start our domestic season against Aberdeen, but before that we've got an away game against Genk, and we'll also maybe try and get some transfers in at the same time. I'm just going to crack straight on into it. Finlayson is gone. I remember him at the end of the last episode. We were looking at getting him out. He's a 17-year-old centre-back that a lot of people wanted on loan, so I've decided that we are going to send him out. And we need to have a look at the team, actually. Well, a lot of it will depend on how we get on in the Europa League game, which we're about to play now against Genk. Sorry, I know it's been very fast-paced, but I've been craving this all day. It's the first day of the Premiership, as I'm recording, so the Premier League, rather, as I'm recording this. So, obviously, I've just watched all the games today, so I've really got myself in the mood to play some football games, and this one is top of my list. I'm really enjoying this Rangers save. And without further ado then, let's get cracking into this away trip to Genk. We're going to play the same team we've been playing recently, mainly because we've got a few injuries, so it's not the full first team lineup, but it's not far off it. McGregor's in goal, Katic, Worrell and Goldson all doing very well at the back as the back three. They've got nice relationships here going on, which I like to see. Halliday and Tavernier will be the two wing-backs, and you've got Koulibaly, Kamara and Arfield in the midfield with Defoe and Kyle Lafferty up front. Lafferty very hot in form so far this season for us. He's already got 4 goals. Right, here we go. They're playing a similar formation, so essentially it's it's just the best set of 11 really, and who's more up for it on the day. It was 0-0 from the last episode, so essentially if we can get an away goal here and then not lose, that will be enough to get us through. And I think the ambition is for us to reach the group stages of the Europa League. We really need to be getting through these kind of games. We are the better team probably on paper, you would just about say. But it wouldn't surprise me if we went out here. In all fairness, that might not be a bad thing, because it means then that we can truly focus on the actual league, which I really want to do well in this year. And by that I mean I want us to finish second, obviously, but I also want to be very close to Celtic. I don't want to be more than, I don't know, maybe, I don't want to be more than 9 points away or so, and I want to win some of the Old Firm derbies. That's the most important thing. I've got my tea here. It's got my Lionel Richie mug, so all is well. Oh, and the one thing we really don't want to do here is have extra time as Tavernier whips a ball in. Oh, I thought we were going to get on the end of that. Katic picks it up on the outside, plays it back to James Tavernier. Go on, mate. He whips a nice ball out to Goldson. Goldson to Koulibaly. He hits it. Oh, block. Well, Worrell. We're all over them at the moment here. We're very, very high. Tavernier. Good ball in, good takeaway by Lucani there, but more pressure. It's all coming down this right-hand side from Tavernier at the moment. He's got a good delivery and he just needs to find that one that can just beat the man a little bit. Scott Arfield here, our one true bit of quality we've got in the midfield for the time being. Tavernier back to Kamara. Good ball there by Kamara, out to Andy Halliday. Halliday whips it in, good ball to Tavernier. We're moving the ball around really nicely here. Tavernier goes through and hits it, keeper saves it, but James Tavernier gets his first goal of the season, smashes in the rebound, and that away goal we were talking about has come nice and early in the 25th minute, and it was a brilliant period of pressure from us there, I have to say. I was thoroughly enjoying that. Good ball there by Andy Halliday. I'm surprised that he's not going to get given the assist, but we'll go with it. Vukovic there with a decent save, but James Tavernier smashes it in. Probably not the best defender in Scotland, but he's very good when he goes forward. Oh, that is some lovely tea. Ooh. Let me know if you drink tea. Obviously, if you're English, then how can you not drink tea? Let me know what your favourite type of tea is in the comment section below. That is the random conversation topic for today's video. Tavernier whips the ball in again there from a corner, and we're all over Genk here. Tavernier again. Oh, it's fallen short. No, Kamara. He scored a belter in the last episode, not to be today. Oh, that's lovely, apart from the slight bit of lime scale at the end. Oh, God. I need to sort my kettle out. That is horrific. I'm going to try and get through it. As Tavernier, everything's coming through him at the moment. Arfield to Kamara, finds Koulibaly, he hits it. A wonderful finish from Lassana Koulibaly, and you'd like to think that that is us through to the next round, and the lime scale is really sinking into my throat right now. Oh God, that's a bit better. Crikey. Lovely play here, Scott Arfield to Glenn Kamara, and they're having a good little partnership there, Koulibaly and Glenn Kamara. They're playing very well together. They'd like to set each other up, and both of them now I've got a, Koulibaly, that's his second one from outside the box this year. Very, very decent strikers of the ball, it's safe to say. We're doing very well here. This is very comfortable. We're set up really to play away from home as well with the system that we've set up. And we are doing the business here. I'm going to passionately say I'm very happy with the way things are going, lads. Keep it up. I've got to have one eye on the fact that we have obviously got our first Premier League fixture coming up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off Scott Arfield. And I'm going to bring on Stephen Davis. I'm going to bring on Ross McCrory for one of the back four. I'm going to bring him on for Nikola Katic because he's quite tired. Ross McCrory would be decent if we can then teach him how to play as a very accomplished centre-back as well as a defensive midfielder. So that's something we need to look into doing, I think. One thing I think that has surprised me is that Jermaine Defoe hasn't scored yet. I thought that he would obviously be top quality at this sort of level, but he's not even... I haven't even barely seen him in any of the highlights. I don't think we've seen him have a chance here, pretty much, because I'm pretty sure if he had a chance, he'd finish it, because he's one of the most deadly finishers that football's probably seen, actually. He was always a very, very great finisher. As I'm going to take Andy Halliday off for John Flanagan as our last change. Got to keep Andy fit because he's the only real left-back that we have, and that is probably the position... If we are going to do some transfers today where I need to have a look. In all fairness, there's a lot of positions that need a bit of work, but notably the two wing-back positions, with the exception of Tavernier, they both need looking at. I just realised that I brought Ross McCrory on when I could have brought on Glenn McCauley, but I'd rather work with the youngsters and try and mould them into the kind of player that we need them to be, rather than having Glenn McCauley, who I know the qualities of coming on. He's a player that I know very well, and when we're in a dire situation we need a bit of backs to the wall action, he is the man to go to. It's been a very dull game, actually. I've just realised that we've just gone into injury time in the second half. Nothing has happened really in this second half, and we've only got 30 seconds left as James Tavernier finds Koulibaly. Is he going to hit again? He is. It goes just wide. He is pretty dangerous to Koulibaly. He's not shy of a shot, it's fair to say. As Vukovic doesn't even get a chance to clear it. It's final whistle, full time, 2-0 to Rangers. We will be, I believe now, in the Europa League group stage draw. Result. It's going to be painful in the sense that we're going to have a lot of fixtures, but good in the sense that we need as much money as we can get. So if I can do well in Europa League, it's all the better. We're not in the group stage yet. We're going to be playing Anor Tozi, I think, whoever these guys are. And that's on Thursday. Oh god, this really is going to get congested. Let's get our post-match conference then, just to talk about that win. I've managed to extend my impressive run over FC Genk. We've only played them once, but thank you. Apparently our Tozi aren't particularly good, so maybe we've got our hardest fixture against Genk out of the way early. I think what we're going to do then is actually, let's have a look while we're here. Let's have a look then at some potential signings and see what we've got to work with. Remember, we still have £2.41 million in the bank. We haven't spent any money just yet. The wage budget is at 25k, but we are waiting, I believe, to confirm the signing of Uffe Beck. I've been thinking about this. Say quite a lot while I've been off camera. And good as he looks, do we really need him? Do I really need him? We don't play wingers, and I'm enjoying the system as it is, so do I really need him? I think the honest answer is no. But at the same time, that I'm a sucker for a good deal, and it does look like a very good deal. It does look a good deal. I've been trying to look at other free players as well. This Madiu Bari, that guy looks quite good, but I think I'm probably going to have work permit problems with him. He also is only playing at a League 1 level at the moment, which isn't really the standard required, and I don't really have time to wait for him to get any better in that respect. Oh, mate, I could go and get Luciano Narsing if I wanted a cheap winger. A player that I know quite well. He's playing at a good Ladbrokes Premiership level. He'd be quite cheap. Wages aren't too high. I mean, yeah, that's not bad. But these don't fix my left-back issues. Maybe this boy will. Brendan Galloway obviously stepped into Everton in the Premier League a few years ago, but it never really kicked on, and I'm wondering maybe if he's the kind of player that we might need. I can't loan him because we're at the loan limit, but he's only wanted by teams like Crawley and Wickham and Accrington, so it's not really the kind of player we should be looking at. How good's my scout Andy Scolding? 13, 14, so he sort of knows what he's talking about. His agent would demand a high fee. His wages will be too high because he's a Premier League player. So I'm gonna have to say no to him. I'm just a bit concerned that we're not. Okay, this boy looks quite good, like in his attributes already. Obviously, I am scouting him at the moment, but Andy Forstein looks pretty decent just from those stats alone. It's just there's something about it that that's not sitting right now. This might not be bad. Who's this boy then? Berat Jamisti. Albanian. 66 on the scout rating, playing at a leading Ladbrokes Championship level. Very good in the air, can play anywhere across the back. Can he play as a wing back? Sort of. I'm going to make an inquiry then for this Berat Majamisti boy, because at least the thing about that is then we've got cover everywhere, and at the moment if I've got such a small squad and I don't have a lot of money to play with, I'd like players that can play in multiple positions, and he certainly fits the bill in that respect. He might not be a bad shout actually. We had a look at Jonathan Meyer in the last episode, and he's operating at a Ladbrokes Championship level according to Masoko, and he's not a bad scout either. But again, mind you, the wages aren't that high. Only 3.9 to 5.525. He works well in a couple of positions. How tall is he? He's 5'11", which isn't tiny, but it's not big for a fullback. You need to learn the language. Not a very good aerial effective presence. But he's brave and he works really hard for the team. We're going to put an inquiry in through him as well and see what buy-ins say. I don't often put inquiries in, but sometimes you get lucky and they just kind of want to talk to you about it. And then you can figure it out from there. I'm trying to think of any other real players in here that look any kind. Chris Cadden looks very good. 21 years old. I could probably get him for around about £1 million. Problem is that he doesn't play on the left. He plays on the right. He's operating at Ladbrokes level. He could get much better according to our scout John Brown. But how good is John Brown? See, 9 and 12 don't fill me with confidence. Maybe I need to get some better scouts. Josip Dermic is the player really that if I had money to spare, I'd go and get him. 25 years old, pacey, flair, finishing. We've been over this before. It's not my priority right now. I'm going to wait on those inquiries to see what comes back, because essentially if Andy Halliday gets injured, then we are in serious trouble. That Jamitsi boy looks very good. He's the kind of player I think that I'd be looking to get, mainly because, as we let Jack Thompson go away on loan, I'd be looking to get him just because he can play in multiple positions, and that's a really handy trait to have for us when you've got a small squad. Aberdeen are up first as well in the Premiership, which isn't an easy fixture to be fair. Aberdeen are really, really difficult to handle. I'm going to criticise Lassana Koulibaly for his training performances, and he said I am right, he knows that. I know I'm right, mate. And I'm very happy with the way that James Tavernier is playing. I'm looking for a big season from him. I need him to have a big season. We've been asked to have a maximum of 25 players. Blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, here we go. So we'll put Isaacson in. Oh no, I can't. I'm not going to register Isaacson just yet then, because I don't think he's ready. Okay, here we go. I can see it up there, but we'll get to it in a minute. So, competition expectations, just so we can all go through it again. Reach the group stage of the Europa League, which we should do now. Qualify for the Europa League and the Premiership, which we should do if we finish second. Scottish Cup has reached the final, and Betfred Cup has reached the final. So, the domestic trophies, they're expecting quite a lot of us. No way. Schalke won £8 million for Jamitsi. There's no way I can get that. So that one's out there. That one's out of the question. Apparently there's going to be a sellout for the thing. We'll go through that. There's a rivalry between us and Aberdeen, so we really, really do need to win. Derek McInnes is their manager. He's a very good manager as well. Derek McInnes has been surprisingly blasé about the importance of the upcoming match to the fans, who share his view about the lack of importance of the match. I'll just say the importance of this match, and I was surprised to hear Derek speak so negative about it. A win means much more than just a result. It's a nice way to start with a win to get points on the board. Our preparation is complete. We'll put in a good performance. Connor Goldson is going to be crucial to the way we play this year. Scott McKenna is the one we need to watch out. Oh my word, he looks absolutely box office. How has he ended up there? He looks really good. Bugger. Okay. I don't want to talk about opposition players, mainly because I don't want to talk about the fact that they might be better than ours. I'll say about Derek McInnes. We're good friends and we have a similar outlook on football. I don't have a regular first team in mind. The first lot of performances will shape that. That's not true, I do, but I've got to let the players know that anyone can kind of come to me and ask. I think that maybe we go for this Jonathan Meyer boy. He's only 18 years old. He's not valued very highly. Let's go... No, okay, they want £3.5 million for him. Straight off the bat, I'm going to say no. I need value. I need value. I don't need that. I need value. So you got issues then, because genuinely at the back on that left-hand side, we really are in trouble. I'm going to go... I'll just put left backs and wing backs and see what we come up with then. See who comes up. See, Brendan Galloway again is coming up, but I don't want to buy a player just because I think we can afford him. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to get him just because... Oh, he's at Accrington now anyway, so it's too late. Maybe then... Maybe Stephen Kingsley is the way to go. His wage isn't too expensive. He's playing at a good level. I think we go for Stephen Kingsley then from Hull. So let's put in a £1.3 million bid. They've accepted it. Finalised the offer. Let's see what he says. Cool, right, okay. Kingsley expects to be a backup. No, my friend. Actually, I'll go with backup just in case. And we'll knock the signing on fee down. We'll knock all the agency fee down. We're going to knock this down a little bit more. We'll go down to 8k a week. And then we'll lock those two in so we can't change the fees. He wants 9.75. I'm going to go back to 8. 9.5. I don't think you're hearing me, Stephen. 8. Stephen. 8. There you go. We finally managed to bang him down, if you pardon the expression. But Stephen Kingsley looks like that one will be in. Not in time for the Aberdeen game, but maybe in time for the second game of our Premier League or our Premiership fixture. I'm a bit nervous now. I didn't realise just how good Aberdeen are. Looking at that Scott McKenna boy, he looks absolutely banging. So we've got a problem there. If they're all of them, they're going to be that good, then I've got a bit of an issue here. Right. Obviously, what we'll be doing throughout the season, well, we'll be keeping an eye on how Celtic do. They've already dispatched of Livingston 4-1, which is good. They've got Callum McGregor's got a couple of goals for them. I mean, look at the quality of their players there and that. We've got Dedrick Boyata, and obviously they've got Odsonne Edouard, who's a sensational player for this league. But then we've also got Morales, so maybe it's not too bad. Okay, apparently Lewis McLeod, if he plays 5 more fixtures, we're going to get 150k from Brentford, which would be nice. Something more to add to the kitty, or all counts at this level. Jack Wills, it'll bring fashion to the team, but not a lot of talent, apparently. So, I'll keep scouting him, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think we're going to get a variety either, so I acknowledge that. Sad Samir looks pretty decent. He looks very decent, actually. 29-year-old, though. How big is he? 6 foot. I think we keep scouting him. I know he's playing out in the Middle East at the moment with Al Ali, but 29-year-old centre back. He's international, been in a rich vein of form, could be retrained. I'm looking at that automatically. Heading and determination is an excellent thing to have. Where's he been before? Nowhere. He spent nearly all his career at Al Ali. It'd be a late move in his career at 29, but for a couple of seasons at that price, might not be a bad shout actually. I am going to have money left over once we get Kingsley. Maybe we could get Dermich. I don't know. We'll have to have a look once the Kingsley transfer's done, see what we're working with. I'm going to set all of our reserves so they can get, at least for one match, get 45 minutes playing with the under 23s or the reserves. Right, okay, so we've got Thursday. Morelos is still not fit for the time being. But we have our first Premiership fixture against Aberdeen away. And then we've got Hibernian and Motherwell playing in the other game. Don't know why I said Hibernian like that. Question isn't, do we still play the same team? Part of me thinks that we do, you know. I'm going to bring Zaxxon onto the bench, though, actually. I'm going to sit him in there instead of Candeas, because I want to give him a taste of what it's like. I'm going to stick with the same team, mainly because I don't really have much of a choice. So there isn't exactly a lot of other options kicking out because of injuries at the moment. So it's the same lineup that lined up against Genk. But we are going to have Isaacson on the bench. I'm going to give him the number 28 shirt. And maybe we bring him on, depending on how we get on. So let's have a look then. They've got Mackay Stevens. I know he's a very good player. I know that Niall McGinn is quite decent as well. But he's getting on a little bit. Still quite quick, though. They got Greg Stewart. They got a bit more of an ageing side, I think, in comparing to us. They got Graham Shinney, who is a very good player. I know that for a fact. And he's a bit of an Aberdeen legend. And there's McConnor at the back. So, it's going to be an interesting game, I think. We're in good form, though. We've done well recently. So, I'm going to say to the boys, passionately, I expect to win. And they like that automatically. It's good. It means I have winners in this side that are very, very driven. And I like that. Set the opposition instructions. I always ask the assistant, but I am going to go to the weaker foot for the two wingers. Don't let them get onto the stronger foot. Don't let them cut inside. They've already played a few games themselves, obviously. Who have they been playing there? Have they been playing in the Europa League as well? Let's have a quick look. What's their schedule been looking like? Yeah, they have as well. Unbelievable. They've been playing Maccabi Tel Aviv. And then they've got Gornik in the best placed third round qualifier. Interesting. So, we've both had an early start to the season. As we walk out, this is going to be a big game. We are the two teams expected to be the biggest challenge to Celtic. So if we can lay down a marker and win away from home at one of our big rivals straight off the bat, that would be a big statement for us. As Koulibaly fouls McGinn already, and we're only 18 seconds in. Not the best bit of work I've ever seen. It's going to be interesting to see what we're like now. If we suck up a lot of pressure and then we hit them on the break, which is essentially what this formation is meant to do. It's actually quite balanced between the two. It allows me to control possession, but at the same time, it allows me also to play a bit more to our strengths, which is direct football. I will eventually, when we get a few more players of my kind of style and calibre in, then we will start playing a more short-based game where we're going to pass it around and control possession a lot more, which is why I'm teaching the 4-2-3-1 tactic in the background. At the moment, I don't have the players really to play that system as Aberdeen come on the attack with Logan. Looks like a handball there, but we've got away. Amro Gregor's that one is near post as Gary McKay. Stephen gets Aberdeen off to a flyer. That ain't good. I don't normally play the 5 at the back system when I play FM19 because this happens quite a lot. You get a lot of overlaps at the back. That's a crap header from Goldson. It was just to nowhere. It's a really poor effort. Not good. Not a good start at all. I'm not happy there. That much is for sure. So I've demanded more from the boys. We've had our first shot. I'm missing some of my players here. I'm missing the likes of Morelos and people like that. People that are going to make a bit of a difference. My game changers aren't here. So this is a bit of an issue. And I've not had to change formation yet in this save. But I'm wondering maybe if I have to. But we've still got a bit of time until the end of the first half. Good ball in there by Andy Halliday. Defoe! Defoe! How have you not scored? Jermaine Defoe is probably the best finisher in this bloody league, and somehow he's managed to not finish that. How? And the highlights continued here as well. If they score from this, I'm going to be absolutely fuming. Oh, give it a rest. Joe Worrell's been yellow carded for an apparent handball there. How has Defoe missed that? Sitter. Absolute sitter. And this is what I was afraid would happen. Andy Halliday is playing at 6.4. He's getting found out at this level. The sooner we can get Kingsley in, the better. There is going to be one more highlight before the end of the half. Is it going to be for us? Carl Lafferty flicks the ball on. McKenna on it now. He's not going to give the ball away, I don't think. Shinnie. I can't really afford to go 2-0 down away from home here. Good pass by Shinnie out to McGinn. We talked about his pace at the start of the game, and he's driving in here. Great tackle. That is not a foul. That is not a foul. The ball's gone over there. How is that a foul? I mean, the standard of football in Scotland isn't great, but the standard of refereeing, if he gives us a red for this, is even worse. That is absolute tosh. You absolute wanger. I can't believe what I've just seen there. What a load of bollocks. Koulibaly is off. Absolute tosh. I'm sorry, that is bollocks. Absolute bollocks. We're going to go cool. That's really pissed me off. That is some shite. I'm going to get aggressive with the team at half time and say, show me something else in the second half. But that has upset me because that was bollocks. There was nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing, you cheeky shit. I've taken Carl Lafferty off because he's been yellow carded and Stephen Davis is going to come on. I'm going to sit him just behind Jermaine Defoe and go through a kind of 5-2-1-1 system. Oh, this is a bit irritating. This is not the start I had in mind. Koulibaly's going to be out for a few games, and me. Honestly, I've already asked the boys to show some passion, but this is depressing. This is really bad. We've not turned up. I mean, it's still 1-0, so there's always a chance of us coming back into the game. But if we continue to play like this, it's only going to get worse, and this is not good. I'm going to take Andy Halliday off because he's having an absolute mare, and I'm going to bring on Ross McCrory, and what we're going to do is we're going to change it around a little bit. I'm going to get Katic out at full-back because at least he's left-footed. So I'll have Tavernier still on wing-back, then I'll have McCrory playing back here, then we'll have Kamara as the deep line playmaker but on support and let him push forward a little bit more. It's not going to help with the wing play, but at the same time, like what other choice do I have really? We don't have much more of a choice. I don't really have any other players to bring on because of the injuries, so this is making it problematic for me. I don't have many options. We've done well to contain Aberdeen in the second half. They haven't really done anything more. I can't tell if that's a failing on our part, or their part rather, or if we just played quite well. Alright, here we go. Stephen Davis, over a kick, whips it in. Stewart clears it away. Goldson's going to get there first. Can we just nick an equaliser here? I'll happily take a point away. Kamara, back to Goldson, whips it in. Arfield, Scott! Just went wide. I thought he was going to stoop in and hit it in. Oh, unbelievable. I have to say, Jermaine Defoe is really annoying me here. He's meant to be one of our best players, but he's absolutely just flattered to deceive at every opportunity so far. I'm going to take Glenn Kamara off, and I'm going to bring on Isaacson, because I didn't realise, but he can play as a centre forward. So let's bring Isaacson on. Get him playing as... Actually, let's get him playing as a false 9. And then we'll have Arfield and Stephen Davis in behind those two. We'll get Stephen Davis... get him playing as a Mazzala, get him on attack, and then we're going to go balanced, and we're going to go a bit more direct. Maybe just try and hit the ball into some spaces in behind, see if Isaacson can get in behind with his pace. We've only got 5 minutes left. We played really well. I don't want to say we played really well, but considering we've spent over a half of this game only with 10 men, it's not the end of the world. Unfortunately, knowing Rangers' disciplinary record, I probably should have expected that, to be fair, because they're not exactly the best at keeping cool heads, it's safe to say. And is the ref going to play on here as James Tavernier drives forward? Good ball down the line looking for Defoe. He hasn't got there. We've lost 1-0. I'm going to say unlucky, boys. It would have been nice. I can appreciate why we didn't win that game there. I think the referee was a complete there. I have to say there was no way that was a red. Not a chance, but Koulibaly is going to be banned. And it's not a good start. We've lost on our first day of the season. I'll say I don't have any problem with Derek McGuinness. I didn't even know we had one. No, the side didn't do anything wrong. I won't apologise for us and for the referee being crap. We didn't deserve to lose that match. We did. It's not their business if I I mean, I'm just skipping through this now. Like, I know Defoe played like crap. I can't make him play any better. And normally it'd be Morelos. If I had Morelos, we'd be all right. But I don't have him at the moment, so just give it a rest, will you? Oh, what an annoying start. Alright, Dan McInnes is being a knob. Oh, I like what I just said there. I just said that Aberdeen is spending time in our shadow, and that's not my problem. So I think I might have just kicked off the rivalry a little bit more there and upset Derek McGuinness, which is good because he was being a knob. I need to sort out the training as well, but I want to sort it out once I know kind of like what a regular fixture pattern is. I don't like, because I always like doing 3 loads of training in between games, and it's very difficult to do that when you've got the Europa League because obviously you're only ever 2 days apart. I am automatically going to get Stephen Kingsley because Andy Halliday was shite in that game. He was so bad in that game. Stephen Kingsley is welcome to the club. So we got him for £1.3 million, and he looks a very decent player. Yeah, and he can play as a wing back as well. So superb. That is good news already. I think we've signed us as a pretty decent player there. He's also only 24, so he is going to get better. I'll ask Tavernier to welcome him to the club, and he's happy to do that, which is good news. The more I can do that, the better. How much money have we got left then? 882. We've got 882k and still 15k left in the wage budget. And that game goes to show that there are obviously places where we can improve. I'm not happy with Jermaine Defoe. I'm not happy with Defoe. We need more attacking players. Maybe I need an attacking midfielder. I don't really have one. Like an out-and-out attacking midfielder that can sit in that number 10 role, which is one of my preferred roles in the game. This guy looks alright, but not brilliant. But he's recommended at 77 on my scout rating. Who's Billy McLaren? 10 and 11. I'm not 100% on that either. Yeah, he's only playing at championship level. I need someone for the here and now. Is there someone... See, Exposito would have been the man that I would have gone for, but there's no way I'm going to be able to get him now for that. Maybe Madiu Barry? Who's he wanted by? That's usually a good indicator of how good someone is. I don't know any of those teams apart from Livorno, so that's never a good sign. Bordeaux are after Abu Bar. And Bordeaux are probably a team around about our level. He's listed on loan financier reserves, but I don't really need another defensive midfielder. I need an attacking midfielder. Joe Willock would have been absolutely perfect. And I can't loan any more players. And I cannot loan any more players. I don't want to go and just sign other players from... What can I get Exposito from? But I don't like the fact he doesn't have a lot of flair. That's the problem. I need players that have flair. I'm wondering if maybe Dermich is the right answer here. How good's Kanga? Let's see, I don't need that. Who's this boy then? Thomas Gaidu. Or, yeah, Gaidu. Who's after him then? Venezia. Not a clue who they are. No. No. I need someone for the here and now. I don't need... I'm going to try and get Dermich, I think. Oh, but his wage demands are so high. Is there someone I can sell to be able to bring him in? Can I terminate Defoe's loan? How much money is he on? 26. I do feel that maybe it'd be a mistake to get rid of Defoe. But I reckon what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bid for Dermich. I'm going to see if I can get him slightly cut price. Okay, they definitely want 1.5. What I'll do is I'll go 800 and then go percentage next sale, and I'm going to knock it up to 25. The 950, because ultimately I'm not really that worried about what happens when I sell him on. Alright, 835 for the transfer sounds pretty good to me. They've stalled, which usually is a good sign. It means that they're really thinking about it. I think we need more firepower, because that's where I think we're struggling at the moment. I can't seem to get the forwards firing, but we're yet to see Morelos in action. So maybe I'm going to be overstocked up front, because let's face it, Lafferty hasn't exactly done much wrong. He's been quite good. I forgot about Beck. I forgot about him. They've come back and they want 45% of the next sale and 800k. I'll go 750. And no. Somehow I've managed to get 800k and 50%. I'll accept it just because I want to see what the wages will be like. Beck, on the other hand, I can't afford him. You know what? He's got a flair 15 to 19. You know what, actually, forget Dermich. We're going to get Beck in. We'll get Beck in and we're going to change the formation slightly. So, yeah, we were never going to be able to fill 41k. So, if a Beck comes in, and now. Dribbling, crossing. Yeah, he looks a very decent player. Right, what we're going to do then is we're going to get my... Forget the control possession. What we're going to do is we're going to drop it deeper here. We're going to go for the kind of 4-3-3, but we're going to go holding instead. And that means that I can put Ross McCrory, and it will be Ryan Jack will be the normal one that sits there. But instead of having the 3 at the back, we're going to have it like this. And I think I will put... And this gives me a bit more options on the bench. So I take McCauley off. We'll bring on Ryan Kent on there. And then I can bring on Ife Beck on the right. See, this automatically now looks a lot stronger. Problem I've got, obviously, is that I don't have these players registered. I'm going to send the assistant, actually. I can't be asked to do the pre-match conference for the Europa League. I will for the domestic games, but maybe not for the Europa League until we get to the draws and stuff. But I think that's not bad, actually. I think now we've got a pretty decent team. I feel a bit more ready now if we change that. Here we go. So this is the problem I've got now, is that I need maximum 4 players trained at Rangers, and I don't have many actual Rangers players that have been trained here. So who can I take out? Because this is where I always struggle. See, now, why am I playing Barisic? It's because he can't play as that kind of wing back. He can play as the other kind of wing back. Well, I'll take Andy Halliday out then. And bring in... I don't know, I have to bring in Kingsley. I have to do that. Beck's not going to be happy, so watch the sparks fly in a minute. There it is. He's not happy about being left out of the Euro Cup squad. I'm lost for words that you were decision to leave me out of the Euro Cup. Can you explain what happened? So I can only offer mine since as it appears to be an administrative error. If I could fix it, I could. How something as amateur as that can be allowed to happen, I'll never know. It's completely unacceptable. I'll just have to... Okay, we'll do it your way. I'll ensure you're registered at the next available opportunity. That's great. I appreciate it. That's just not good. At least he's not an influential player, but this is the problem with the Europa League. Maybe we should just try and go out of it. Do you know what I mean? I just don't know if I can be bothered with having to deal with this all the time. Because who the hell am I meant to take out? I don't have a lot of Rangers homegrown players. Someone's going to have to miss out. So, and it would only let me change 1 player there. I needed to be able to change more. Disappointing. Okay, let's go. Right, we'll get into our next game then. They're in excellent form apparently, and we are inconsistent, which I can understand. We're going to go back to our 5-3-2 for the time being. I need to see if I can just get Defoe some goals, for God's sake. Andy Halliday is now no longer registered, so that's a slight problem. Where's Barisic? We'll play him there, because he's whinging about... Well, he's not whinging, but I didn't realise just how good he was. I've just made a bit of a mistake there. I've overlooked him completely. Morelos still isn't ready. I'll bring him in there. So I don't like the idea that I'm playing my first team here as well. You know what? I'm not going to actually. I'm going to bring on some of the other players here. So Stephen Davis is going to be playing there, and I'll get Ross McCrory as the ball playmaker. I think what I might also do, I can't play Isaacson, so Candeas has to come in. Polster. I mean, this is an issue. I'm going to bring in Flano for Tavernier. I'm trying to rotate it around as much as I can. And I'm going to get Glenn McCauley in for Katic because he's the most tired as well. So let's try this then. Because I want this to be the kind of away formation. We only conceded 1 against Aberdeen, to be fair. And we could have almost won. So it's not the end of the world. I've told the boys I expect a good result here. I like setting the expectations quite high so people know that you can't muck about. You need to be at it with me. You can't like just pot it in between games now and again. You need to be at it. And today I need Jermaine Defoe to score a goal. That's ultimately what I need. That doesn't look good. John Flanagan's got pulled knee ligaments. That's not good, is it? He's so injury prone. I can say that as a Liverpool fan. He's completely injury prone all the time, is Flano. It's highly irritating. 20 minutes in, not a lot's really happened here either. It's not been the most exciting game in the world. Let's get Davis in a more advanced role, shall we? Let's get him playing as the Mazzala on support, and we'll have McCrory playing as that deep line playmaker role because he can play it. Maybe I need to let Stephen Davis wander a bit more. Free, F-R-E-E, Mike. And looks like the first highlights here, and it's coming to the home team, Antorsi. It's a nice ball out there. I can't even pronounce that bloke's name. Oh my God, Alan McGregor, you absolute tool. Froxilias has just bent one over there. It's hit Alan McGregor and it's rolled over. Oh dear, this is horrendous. Rayos, lovely ball out there to Froxilias and he just bends. I mean, McGregor can't even see it. That is pretty bad keeping and that's not good. But can we bounce back straight away? Berisic whips it in. Luca heads it clear. Barisic again, sorry, to Ross McCrory. McCrory to Goldson to Worrell. Come on, boys, we need to get back into this. Davis, good ball out there to Scott Arfield. Arfield to McCrory. Good patient play here. Arfield, McCrory. Nice ball out to Flano. Go on, Flano, put a decent cross in. It's nice. Lafferty gets up for it, not quite. Arfield, but slightly behind Stephen Davis. Barisic doesn't make the run though, which is a bit upsetting. McCrory's lovely, spreading the play at the moment as Flano beats his man, whips the ball in. Lafferty! It's 2 goalkeeping errors. Uzoho has hit an own goal in as well. What a finish. Yeah, this is high quality stuff, viewers. High quality stuff. Good play here by Flano. Just races past his man, dinks the ball in. Lafferty heads it, bounces off the crossbar, hits the keeper in the back of the head and goes in. Incredible scenes. I'm not sure really what to make of this game at the moment. There's only been 2 highlights and both of them have ended rather comically, it's safe to say. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. 2 minutes of added-on time for the first half and we are there. Right, 1-1 at the break. It's not been the best performance, but we're still in it. I'm going to say it's time for everyone to dig in and give all you've got left. We can still win this. No one cares. Good. Let's change formation. Let's change formation. Mainly because I need to rest up some of the players. Worrell's going to come off. Kent comes on. And let's get Candeas on as well. So Defoe and Joe Worrell are going to come off. And we'll go with that. So Carl Lafferty's up front on his own at the moment. But let's test out this formation and see what happens. This should give us a bit more, I don't know, dominance in the middle of the park, I think. We've got that holding midfielder. It should make us slightly more attacking. We're going to have a lot more width as well, which is never a bad thing. And now Barisic is actually in his normal element. So let's see how well he does it out there on that left-hand side. Obviously, Andy Halliday's kind of been playing there recently, but now that I've taken him out of this squad, let's see how Barisic does. I've barely seen him, to be fair, so not a lot. I haven't really seen enough of him to let me know what's good about this. Let's go to the tactics again. I think then we've got the players on the right. So we'll get off on the box-to-box, and then we'll get Davis on that. Deep line playmaker support, and we'll have McCrory on support as well, rather than defend. because I feel this is a team we should really be looking to dominate. I have no idea how good they are, but apparently we're the favourites, so really we should be doing a bit better than we are. And I can't tell if this is an actual highlight or if it's a highlight after you make a sub, so it just carries on for a bit. As Flano whips a ball in, the bloke heads it away. Ryan Kent hits it. Oh, what a goal by Ryan Kent! His first goal for Rangers. What a finish. Beautiful from Kent. It was a highlight. Wow, that's brilliant. Flano's played quite well actually out here on the right hand side. Schleidenfield hits it out and Kent absolutely rockets it past the goalie. What a finish. We are going to change the role slightly here. And now Candeas over a free kick. Good chip in. Keeper's missed it. Fumbled it. Ross McCrory hits it. But it's gone straight against the bloke. And now they're on the break here as Zanetu up against our defenders. This is a good run by the player here. He's got good support here from Bessat on the left hand side. He whips it in. Not quite enough. Ross McCrory gets it away and we can clear as Ryan Kent plays it back to Flano. Panic averted for the time being. Best thing now is that we've got 2 away goals. Can we make it more? Candeas, this goalie is absolute comic gold. He is horrendous, it's safe to say. Barisic over the ball. Whips it in towards goals. How has he not headed that in? That is a sitter. I could have headed that in. Sitter. Honestly. Come on, boys. We're all over him now since I changed this formation. So this is the formation to go with, obviously. Zanetu on the ball now, though. That's a great ball over the top looking for Laborde. Laborde hits it. It's 2-2. Great finish from Ricardo Laborde. What a finish. And that is the slight problem, is that we don't have that extra defensive solidity with only 2 centre-backs. It's one hell of a counter-attack goal. Zanetu here. Chips it over the top. We're playing too higher a line. I need to have a look at that. Laborde, great finish. And back on level terms, which is a little bit unfair if you look at the pattern of the match here. Again. But we'll go with it. Oh god, they've got a free kick and I can't see what's going on. I need to make some tactical changes here as well. Let's take off Scott Arfield and we'll bring on Koulibaly. Yeah, we'll get Koulibaly. And then he can play as the ball-winning midfielder in that role. And there is a massive spider currently on my keyboard. You can't see it, but I can. And I'm doing very well not to freak out because I'm not a big fan. Hello, mate. Please don't come anywhere near me. Go away. This is actually taking my... I've got a game going on here. This is what you don't get in management. You don't get managers going, oh my god, there's a spider on the pitch. Can we pause the game, please? There's a spider near me and I don't like it. I won't kill him because apparently it's bad luck to kill a spider. But he's crawling on my mouse pad. Don't go near my mouse. Go away. Go away. Go away. Unless you turn me into Spider-Man, go away. We're on the attack. Davis. Oh, that's terrible. Where are you going? You go towards my bedroom, mate. Me and you are going to have issues. It just wouldn't work between us. You've got 8 legs, I've got 2. It just wouldn't work. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. It's 2-2. We've done okay. Yeah, I'm going to say you were unlucky tonight. We got caught out by 1 counter-attack goal, but I think that's the formation to play. We looked a lot more threatening when we went to the 4-3-3 with the holding midfielder. Flano's injured. Go and join the big old other list of players that I can't play at the moment, mate. Very upsetting. But we did get 2 away goals, so I fancy us to beat them at Ibrox. You'd hope. We've got St Mirren up next, and it will be the final game of today. McCrory's getting better. That's at least something. He's currently playing at Labrex Premier League level, which we know, and he looks very good. And I want to keep playing him because he is, without a doubt, our shining light in terms of actual youth talent. So I need to keep playing him. I'm a little bit annoyed there. We shouldn't really have lost that game. Shouldn't have lost that game. Not lost it, but drew it. You know what I mean. It feels like a loss when you're ahead. Tavernier has been playing very well, but Isaksen's training quite well as well, which is good. Once we've gone through all these preliminary games, then we're going to get into the actual training. I'll show you how I do it, but at the moment, for the time being, we're having to stick with what we've got. I'm going to change these ones here. So we'll go box-to-box midfielder, ball-winning midfielder there, defensive midfielder on defend, and then we'll have the inside forward on one side, winger on the other. I like it. Or maybe I should get the other one on the right hand side playing as a wing, inside forward as well, because then both our wing backs can bomb on beyond them. Might be the best way of doing it. Press conference then. I forget that Koulibaly's loan. He's on loan rather than the permanent one. I'd say there's definitely some interest that I'd like to buy him, and I don't really care what their manager thinks about that. I don't want to know who's going to make the Continental break through the season. I don't like getting involved in predictions, mainly because they're always wrong. If any of you saw my Premier League predictions video from last year, you'll know that I'm not very good at predicting what's going to happen. Although I think I actually did get all the top 6 right, so just saying. Oh, God. I'm still annoyed about the Aberdeen game. It's not sat well with me, that Aberdeen game. I thought we were better than that. I really did. Oh my God, Celtic have lost. Newsflash, Celtic have lost. Right, okay, we win this game, level on points with them. And essentially that's what we need to do. I need to level peg with Celtic as we go. Hearts have beaten them down at Tynecastle. Scenes. Oh, who's this? Who is this then? Oh, he's got a good flair. Calibre. Rainford Calibre. Nah, he's 31 and Zambian. It's just going to be work permit issues, I'd hazard a guess. I'm not 100% sure. Right, okay, we've got St Mirren then today at Ibrox. And Morelos is nearly ready. He's passed the fitness test. He can get through 60 minutes according to our physio report. We are obviously in an inconsistent form, but more importantly today we can get the main lineup back in there again. So it'll be Katic and Goldson. Worrell can go on the bench, so let's get Fano off. Let's get Kingsley on as well, because Kingsley's going to be decent for us. And then we're going to have... Yeah, that seems to work better. Right, okay. I'm going to get Isaacson on there as well, I think. Yeah, we don't need Macaulay on the bench there. So, and maybe I get Morelos on as well. Maybe I have to get Morelos on. Yeah, I'll get Morelos on as well, because we need him on the bench just in case. Right. Oh, God, I've got people that are quite tired, though, so Kingsley's going to have to come in there. McCrory's tired. But fortunately, Kamara can play there. Where's Koulibaly? He's suspended, isn't he? Because he got himself that stupid red. I should have thought about that. Right, okay, so... Lineup for today then. I don't need a sweeper keeper for this. We need a goalkeeper on defend. There we go. So McGregor's in goal. Kingsley, Katic, Goldson and Tavernier are the back four. Kamara, Stephen Davis, Arfield will be in the midfield. I'm going to change Stephen Davis to a deep line playmaker on defend. And then you have Kent and Beck in support of Kyle Lafferty, who leads the line today. Jermaine Defoe and Alfredo Morelos are on the bench. It's time to assign some shirt numbers. Beck can be number 22 and Stephen Kingsley can be number 30. That number 9 cert is still up for grabs, but I won't give it to someone until next year. They're playing a 4-1-4-1 system, looking a bit defensive, it's safe to say. Who's this? Stephen McGinn. He's not brothers with John, is he? Better not be. John McGinn's a legend. Dressing room. Assertively say, right, we need to win this today. So I'm going to say we should be winning this one fairly comfortably. Go out there, play your own game. No one's responded to that, so you know what time it is. It's faith time. Because you're going to have faith, baby. They're playing quite well at the moment, though. They must have won their first game. Right, play. Away we go with our first time playing this 4-3-3 holding formation right from the start. So let's see if we can dominate the ball, and we're already... only a minute in and there's a highlight and it looks like it's going to be to us as Stephen Davis gets on the ball here and hits a worldie. Good save by Hladaki. I think that's how you say it. A good effort there from Stephen Davis. Good to see him working the keeper already. Lots of hands up in the air. Put your hands in the air as Carl Lafferty heads it, and it's another good save by Hladaki. Please don't have a great game today. Don't give me this. I don't need this right now. As they give the ball away here again in the 6th minute. Kingsley on the ball. Finds Davis into Kamara. I like the fact we're already dominating possession. This is good. This is more my kind of football rather than the kind of direct play that we have been trying. I thought I'd just try something a bit different, but this is my general way of playing football, and hopefully when I get the players in, this is what we'll end up doing, because this is the kind of Munch philosophy on football. I like passing it around. I like short passing. I like working it in, getting wide, whipping in crosses. Very similar to the way that the big teams do in real life. Scott Arfield bends one. Unlucky. Maybe a few too many long shots for my liking. I'd like to get a few more closer to the box and then have a crack, but we'll go with what works. And St Mirren are very much on the back foot at the moment, although they've got Baird here as he drives forward through the centre of the park. And he knows his limits and plays it to McGuinness. Muzak on the ball. The one problem I've got is if they start hitting long balls over the top. We got caught out in midweek with one. I don't want that to happen again. Oh, look! It's happened again. As Nazon goes through on goal. Great save by Alan McGregor, for God's sake. What are the team instructions? So when we're out of possession, how... No. When we're out of possession, we'll have a lower defensive line and a lower line of engagement. I need to rejig these tactics slightly, because I think on Football Manager, even though you got the control possession, if you push too far forward, you always get caught out with that long ball over the top. So we need us to take 10 steps back, and then we go from there. I need the team to be compact, but not too high up the pitch, or we are just going to get caught out. Stephen Davis whips on the ball in as it starts raining, and Carl Lafferty gets his 5th goal of the season, his first of the Premier League campaign. And probably the most underrated scorer that we have. You'd think Defoe, you'd think Morelos, but Carl Lafferty is the man in form at the moment. Although having said that, Morelos hasn't actually played a minute for me yet. Although I think he got injured in the first game, didn't he? Either way, Carl Lafferty has scored. Happy days. Stephen Davis gets his first assist of the season. We are off and running. Forget the focus of attack saying, let's get the league table up, because that's what we want to look at. Look at that, already up to 7th. Forget bottom of the table. That's what we're talking about. Magic. I'm going to shout at the boys and tell them to get creative. If we can get a second before the end of time here, before half time rather, that'd be great. Not before the end of time. It doesn't go on infinitely, this game. And St Mirren didn't win their first game. They lost it. So why were they all in really good form? Baffling. 1-0 at half time. That's all that matters. I'm going to say this out. I'm very pleased with the way things are going. Keep it up. Beck's managed to get himself a yellow. I've not really seen a lot of him. I don't know if that is down to the tactics, or if he's just having a quiet game. It might take him a little while to get used to the way that we play. But Kent apparently has been decent. We've not really seen enough of anyone, really. Not seen enough of the players I was expecting. I thought that we'd have a lot more in this game, but we've not really done a lot. Aberdeen are being held by Dundee. That's good news. Right, we're just about to hit the hour mark. I think... Let's bring on Gustav Isaksson. And we'll take Beck off. So Isaksson's going to go out on the right-hand side. And I think then, even though he scored, Carl Lafferty's going to come off. And we are going to put Morelos on. And then we're going to get him playing... we'll get him playing as a complete forward. That's the role I want him to play. Just get him some minutes under his belt. Nothing too strenuous. We are relatively comfortable, even though it's only 1-0. If we can make it 2, that would be much better, to be fair. Then I could rest easy a little bit. Aberdeen are 3-1 up now, so that's less good. I'm going to demand more. We should be doing better in this game than we are. This is slightly disappointing, but only slightly. Right, 15 minutes to go. He's not been brilliant, Kingsley, but he's had a decent debut playing at 7. We're going to bring on Borna Barisic, because we can just hopefully get his fitness up a little bit. Obviously, that's the reason why Kingsley and Barisic's conditioning is down at the moment, is because they don't have a lot of match sharpness between them. Morelos gets his first touch on camera, it seems. Barisic into Davies. He finds Kamara. We know he likes a long shot, and he does. Glenn Kamara gets his 2nd of the season. A wonderful curling effort into the far corner. It's been a very comfortable day out at Ibrox for the boys in blue, and it's a very good start. Very, very happy with this. This is a good bounce back, considering the kind of disappointing results we've had in the last couple of games. A wonderful finish from Glenn Kamara. Magical. Scenes. I like it. We can get a 3rd one on there, just to put a bit more gloss on this. It'd be good. Look at that. Level on points to Celtic, just behind them. Just behind them. Aberdeen are 5-1 up, so maybe we didn't do too badly losing to them anyway. Nearing the end of stoppage time, Stephen Davis is on the ball. He's looking around him, plays a nice ball into Ryan Kent. He drives forward. We've only got to see this out now. We've only got 15 seconds left. Kent finds Tavernier, and he drives forward now. Don't pressure yourselves, lads. Don't take too much time over it. Arfield to Davis. He finds Ryan Kent, and that is it. It could be an important win. It's our first win domestically of the season. It gets us up and running. I'm going to calmly say a good win, boys. Well done. Good goals there. Nice to see some of the newbies come in. Kingsley played quite well. Went very under the radar. Looks like this Gary McKay-Stephen really is actually quite good. And actually, now that I look at his stats, very good. Flair of 20. Crikey. Someone put him out, honestly. Not like that. God, don't don't off him or anything. Just, get him to calm down a bit. Anyway, so attend the post-match conference and say, Stephen Kingsley enjoyed what most people consider a good debut. I said, he had a good solid game. I'm sure he'll build on that. It's good to see him playing in the country again, especially for us. Right, I think that'll do for today's episode because it's probably gone on for around about nearly an hour. It's a bit longer than I thought. But obviously, we'll come back for the next game, but we'll see if we can qualify for the Europa League. Group stages. I'm not really that put out if we don't. Obviously, we just get a lot more money if we do. And then we'll have a Betfred Cup game against Alloa, a game against Motherwell, and if we can fit it in, our first Old Firm derby of the season away against Celtic, which will be a massive game. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do like, share, and subscribe. If you have any more signings to let me know in the comment section. We've got 15k to spend but no money, so if you know of any good free agents that might be a good improvement on my squad, please do let me know. But until then, I shall see you in the next episode. Stay cool.